This
end user?
conference will now be recorded.
Business owners and the end users.
Yes.
All business owners are end users. Few end users are business owners. So business owners are the ones who would be giving us the requirement. Okay, usually from either HR department or from IT department.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in an organization, we have 10,000 employees. Out of those 10,000 employees, we get the requirements from the owners of the processes. Who does the transfers? Who does the terminations? Who does the hiring? It is usually the HR people. So they will give us the requirement saying that we have this process for transfer, we have this process for terminations or promotions or data changes. This is how employees leaves are to be calculated. So they would be giving us the requirement, and those people are called the business owners. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, Venu, I do have one question.
Hmm.
So, in the last, actually, you mentioned that about the data centers, just like DC04. So,
Yeah.
in that case, you have mentioned that GC04 preview production. So, this is the same data, and under that same database, we are having a subsection.
Data within each data center, we have different instances or multiple instances. Now, if you look at this, so all of these are in one data center. All of these customers are in one data center. Okay, we talked about the data center 4. So these customers systems are in data center 4. The data center 4 is split into two parts, preview and production. Okay, both of them are in the same data center DC04. But data center is divided into two parts, preview data center and production data center. Some of these instances have their information in preview and some instances have their data in production data center. Okay, so why do we have different data center is because of the release management. Got
Okay.
it?
And yes, yes. And one more thing, when the release happen, if we do have some integration applications, basically, we have integrated some data from other source also at the same time. So that release is going to impact on that data or our
No,
settings, basically our integration settings.
nothing, nothing will get impacted. The configurations will not change. Configuration remains same, but additional features would be added into the system.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, okay.
Okay. Then today's topic is on the release management. We'll talk about release management. You all can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, Venu.
Now release happens twice a year and we call them as 1H and 2H. First half of the year and second half of the year. Okay, twice a year, once in 6 months the release happens. And the release contains majorly 3 upgrades. First one is called automatically on, or we were calling them universal changes earlier. Okay. Second is customer configured, or admin opt-ins. Okay. Third is contact enablement partner. Majorly these ones, we also have 2 more. I'll tell you. These are your provisioning opt-ins. Okay. So all of the release functionalities are divided into these 3. either automatically or on customer configured or contact enablement partner. Automatically on or universal features are those features which are applicable for all customers across the globe. And you don't have to do anything in the system to see these changes. They are universal changes updated by SuccessFactors for all customers. If you are using Employee Central, if there are some features which are related to universal or automatically on, from that date, you will see all of those changes. After the release happens, you will see all of those new changes in the system. Those are called automatically on. You don't have any choice here. Second, which is customer configured or admin opt-ins. Customers who want to use these options can go and switch on. For every admin opt-in or customer configured ones, we have some prerequisites which are to be configured. So consultants would be configuring these changes if required by customer. This can be enabled or leave as it is. If you don't want them to configure in the system, you just leave it. Okay, you want to use these functionalities, you go enable them. And then last one is your contact enablement partner or the provisioning opt-ins. Now the provisioning opt-ins, same as your admin opt-ins. Admin opt-ins are done in instance, and provisioning opt-ins are done in provisioning system. That's the only difference. So you will see very few changes in the provisioning opt-ins, hardly one or two. Okay, majorly you will see either universal or admin opt-ins. So every release contains, now when the release happens, it happens for all the modules, not only for Employee Central. You will see some features in RCM, recruiting, some features in performance management, some features in compensation, some features in learning. Again, every module will have all of these three: universal, admin opt-in, and provisioning opt-ins. Clear on these three types of release functionalities? So what are the features that are coming in? When will this release happen? All of this information, you will find it in a portal called community.successfactors.com. So I go here, community.successfactors.com. When you go to community.successfactors.com, you will find product related information, product release and roadmap. You see here, release schedule. For this year, 2024, the 1H is already completed. And the second half of 2024, which is 2H 2024, preview will happen on 14th of October and production will happen on 15th to 17th. So usually is on the Friday midnight, Saturday early hours, and then production, again, same thing, Friday midnight, Saturday early hours. And this is for all the customers, each of the data center. If you have customers in US, okay, you will see on 14th of October, all the customers of US would be updated. Now let's say India, we are ahead of US. Okay, for us it is now, it is 4th September evening, but for US it is 4th September morning, right? So it happens first here in India and then happens in US. So how do we control it? It is controlled through data center. Because of the time zone of that data center, system gets updated. Okay, preview always happens first, and then after 1 month, 4 or 5 weeks of timeline, you will see these changes getting updated in production system. Now, just before 1 week of this release, SuccessFactors would be updating the information here. As you see here, release documents. There's something called What's New Viewer or 1H available now. So this will give you all information about the new release functionalities. This would be updated now. 2H, What's New Viewer 2H available now. You will see it somewhere on October 4th, 10th or 12th. SAP also schedules the webinars about the new functionalities. If you want, you can go and enroll for those sessions. But before 1 week, they would be adding the information here. So if I go and see here, there were around 399 entries, 399 release features which have come in 1H 2024. This is 1H 2024. Okay. And you can apply filters. I want to see only Employee Central. This contains all of the modules. But I want to see only Employee Central. Go select Product Employee Central. Within Employee Central, we have 99. Rest of them are in different modules. Now within Employee Central, there are sub-modules. Like we have company organization, contingent workforce, global assignment. Okay. So other modules of EC. Within Employee Central, we have employee global benefits and all. So all customers may not use all of them. Okay. So you can filter whatever are applicable for your customer. You can go and filter on them. And then in the enablement section, you see customer configured automatically on contact product support, contact enablement partner, contact customer engagement. Okay. Now contact engagement executive, you will find only minimum out of 95, there is one entry. Okay. Similarly, contact product support also, you'll see only one. So that's why I've not included them. Okay. So rest of them, contact enablement partner, you'll find some. Okay. You have one here. Then customer configured and automatically on. Majority of the release features falls under customer configured or automatically on. There are 43 entries in customer configured, and then you have some in automatically on. Automatically on, you have 52. These are the ones which are applicable for all the customers. So system will give you all the information about these release features. So let me enable both customer configured and automatically on. I want to see all. So there are 95 entries. So each one of these release feature, the title of it, description of it, product, whether it is Employee Central or compensation module or performance management, module within Employee Central, and then features of that module. Okay. And you have life cycle, whether it is general availability, or deprecation or etc. And then you have action enablement on. Enablement is again universal or your contact enablement partner. For some of these release features, you will also see the video recordings. Now SuccessFactors would be giving some videos as well. So let me go and check that. Okay, demo, you will see here, this has got a demo. And if I want to know about any of these release features, I can click on see more. Okay, so you can download all of these release features into CSV format. This is Excel, or you can also download this PDF. Now these are those release features. These are all release features within Employee Central. These are the release features. You can download this one also. Okay, so you will find the information here. Higher increment assigned to new higher level position can access their lower level position details. So these are the details. What is a prerequisite? It is RBP, role based permissions are required for this change. Okay, similarly, any particular release feature, if you want to see, now if you see here, this is deprecated. The life cycle, it says deprecated. Okay, so let me see what is deprecated. Deprecated means SuccessFactors would be removing some functionalities. Okay, deprecation of create ESS users for employee replicated from Employee Central report. Key dates, now see end of development. Anything related to this topic, the end of development would be April 15, 2022. That means they have stopped developing new functionalities in this area. End of maintenance, October 14, 2022, they have stopped maintenance also. Okay, and then deleted November 15, 2024. So this particular functionality would be deleted in coming November. That's in production release. Once the release happens in production, they would be removing this particular functionality. Now they will be announcing this deprecated before April 2015. They must have, now they have announced, saying that this particular functionality will be stopping the developments because we have new page or new functionality which is introduced. You can start using that page instead of this one. They'll stop now. Before 1 year or 2 years, they will stop the developments in that area, and then after developments they will stop maintenance also, and then they will say we'll be deleting this functionality from the system in the coming release. After this release, if you go and see, you will not find this option in the system because this is deprecated. So if there are any other deprecations, you can see them here. Very few, one or two, you will see. Now this is deleted, consolidated dependents. May 17, 2024. End of development happened June 2nd. Maintenance November 17, 2023. And then deleted in May 17th. Okay. Clear on release management. And let me show you some which are customer configured. See, this is customer configured. We have enhanced the compensation structure, which helps you to set up and manage complex space structures with more fields and validations. So this is a new functionality. Again, this is the customer configured. This may not be required for all customers. If you see, these are the prerequisites. Wherever you see the prerequisites, you need to go to administrator, manage compensation structure, and then permissions you need to enable. And then you should also do these permissions. What is changed? This is changed. Currency, if you see what is changed, compensation structure, you have currency and frequency. Valid for countries, USA. How it looks now, this one. In the previous version, these fields were not available. So these are the new fields, currency, frequency, and country. These are the new fields which are added. And earlier version didn't contain these fields. So whether if they want to use this functionality, they'll have to go do these actions. This is customer configured or admin opt-ins. We call them either admin opt-ins or customer configured. So either you can download the Excel from here, or you can also download the PDF document with all of these functionalities explained in detail. So wherever possible, they'll also give you the screenshots. And for some of the release functionalities, you'll see a demo as well. Okay, a short video. It will not contain any audio. They will just show you or how to navigate, where to navigate, what change. What is the change that has come in the system? Okay, so this is in the mobile, maybe SuccessFactors mobile app. Employee Central Quick Actions in SAP SuccessFactors mobile app. So they are just navigating and showing what is the change. Okay, clear on release management?
Venu, I have one question.
Go ahead.
Um, in SAP, if suppose we are moving quality to a production in TR form, so in success factor, it is always a release form. If suppose we are working on quality and we are moving one changes to production, so it is only when release done.
No. Release has got nothing to do with the transport.
Okay.
Release is always done by SuccessFactors. You don't have control on it.
Okay.
You see these dates, second half 2024, across the globe, all the customer systems would be updated on 14th of October. All the customers' preview systems would be updated on 14th of October. And then November 15th, the production systems would be updated with these
So what
changes. So these are
exactly is happening? Means what updates? The new updates.
new updates.
Okay.
See, I'll give you an example out of SuccessFactors. Everybody is using WhatsApp, right? New mobiles. Yes or no?
Yes.
So what is the
Yes.
version of the WhatsApp that you're using? So you have some version, right? You have some
Yes,
version of the
correct.
We
WhatsApp,
don't track
maybe.
it because it is
Yeah,
getting updated automatically.
it is getting updated automatically. Okay. Now what happens when these updates happen? You'll see some new functionalities. Now we have option of sending payments to others from WhatsApp, right? How many of us are using it? That functionality is available now, but not everybody is using it, right? But that is available for every customer who is using WhatsApp application. When was this introduced? In the recent times. Okay. Was this there? Was this feature available 2 years ago or 3 years ago? No.
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 Now, with some updates, they must have added this into your application. Right? Initially, when WhatsApp started, we didn't have the option of group chat. We didn't have the option of sending the PDF documents. We didn't have the option of doing all of these activities. Group chat, channels, all of these were not there. Slowly, every release or every update, they have added these new functionalities. Right? Similarly, SuccessFactors also, every release, they are coming up with new changes. Okay. Now those changes can be universal ones which are applicable for all customers. Admin opt-ins. Now few things you will have to go and enable it. Maybe even in WhatsApp also, if you have to use that functionality, you need to go to settings, enable something. Okay, go either you have to turn on that switch if you want to use that functionality. Yes or no? So we can change the background for different users, right? In the chat, the background can be changed. Now, I don't want to apply that change. I want to use the standard ones. It's up to you, right? That is an option that is given to you. You can go enable that or add the background image. So those are like your admin opt-ins. That option is available. And if you want to see that change, you need to go enable something. Those are admin opt-ins are customer configured. Some of them are applicable for all customers and they see after that update. And then the last one is provisioning opt-ins. Now in the back end, we have provisioning system here. If you want to see that change, you'll have to first go enable or disable. Now, very few changes, like if you see there is only one change, entire employee central. Provisioning opt-in. You want to use it, go log into provisioning, enable or disable that option. Sometimes it is enabled by default, you have to disable it. Sometimes it is available, you just have to go and enable it to see that change. Okay, clear on releases now?
Yes.
So Venu, one
Any?
thing. Venu, since success factor is in the market for a couple of years, so do we have to keep in account for every release, or what is release happen in 2021, 22, or 23, or we have to just go smoothly with the 24 only?
Now, if you are into, now we are in 2024, right? Now, when you log into the system, you don't know when was the feature added into the product. Now, today, as on today, if you log in, whatever you see, those are part of your product, right? And we don't know whether it has come in last year, previous year, or 2020, 2015. We don't know. Looking at the feature, we cannot say that this has come in 2015 or 16 or 17 or 2020 or 24. Some features which are not available for customers are now available with this release. So any customer for whom we are implementing in next year, let's say we are planning to implement SuccessFactors for one of the customers starting Jan 2025. For them, whatever features that are available in the SuccessFactors application, okay, as on Jan 2025, that means the latest version would be 2H 2024. For them, it doesn't matter whether this was updated in the last release or previous release or whenever it got updated. Whatever that is going to come after implementation, we need to focus on them. Now, nobody is going to ask you what were the release features in 2015 or 17. But definitely, if it is between the release, okay, if the release has happened the month of October, November, December, those time if you are attending the interviews, they might ask you like, no, have you worked on the release features? What were the new release features that have come in the Employee Central module? What are the major ones? What are the minor ones? They might ask you these questions. Clear?
Venu, is this portal accessible to everyone or only for certified consultants?
This is usually applicable. No, it can be logged in by your SUser ID. If you have certification, you can log in. It will ask for login. Let me see. Mine
So
is
without
already
certificate,
logged in, so that's fine.
not log into this
Yeah,
community portal.
community. I think the login is not required here. Yeah, earlier it used to have that login, but now it is not asking any login.
Okay, so everyone can view the updates, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, normally, how frequently we visit this community portal? Only at the time of release management or release is
Yes,
happening?
yes, only at the time of releases. Or now all of these updates what are going on, you will see them in community.successfactors.com. Generally, there are many webinars scheduled, okay, on some of the topics. If I go and see the product related success factors, anything that is coming in or about a particular module or a particular functionality, they'll be scheduling some webinars. That information also you'll find it here, not only the release. Vajid has got it out. Good one. As there are updates available, after update, can we also downgrade the product release? No, you don't have that
No,
option.
no.
The control is with SAP, not with customers or the partners. We cannot downgrade. So all of the systems that you access now will have the version of 1H 2024. Now, if I log into SuccessFactors, I can see the version what we are in now. Okay, so I have logged into SuccessFactors application. You go show version information. It shows the release as 2405. 2405 is 1H 2024. Okay, generally 1H 2024. Okay, 1H 2024 and 2H 2024. This is called 2405 because 24 is the year and 05 is the month of release. So next release is 24.11. Okay, and then 1H 2025 it would be 25.05. 2H 2025 25.11 and so on. So these are the versions. Any SuccessFactors application, when you log in, you go to show version information, it shows up the build version. If it is 24.05, first two letters are the years and then followed by month. Usually the first half of the release always happens in April and May. April preview and May is production. October and November. October is preview, November is production release.
Yeah, Venu, I have a doubt. Okay, when the release is done, if there is any critical issue, okay, assume that okay, any critical, very critical issue, okay, will they have a new patches or releases or something like that, or no?
Yes, yes. So if you have, let's say 2025, sorry, 2024, second half, there's new functionality which is introduced by SuccessFactors. Now, as soon as this gets updated in the preview system, we have to log into customer system, okay, preview system, and see what are those. Now you need to go through each of those release functionalities here. You have to log into community.successfactors.com, go to your release highlights or what's new viewer, open them, and each of those you will have to go and see what is this functionality. Okay, one is you need to go through all of these release features, and second part is we have to test the entire process. Hire one employee, transfer, promote, terminate, at least the basic actions you need to perform on the employee and see if there is any impact with the release. Okay, so that testing you need to complete it in next 4 or 5 weeks before production release. If there are any changes or any impact on the existing configuration or process, you need to escalate it to SAP, saying that because of this release functionality, we are unable to perform this activity in the system. Okay, now if this has to be fixed or if this can be fixed before production release, they'll be doing it in the preview itself. Okay, and if they cannot fix it before production release, they may be holding it for the next patch. Now, sometimes they also applies patches. Okay. Any immediate fixes that are to be done. Let's say sometimes it may happen that after production, somebody has raised a query saying that now this has stopped working, or no, this we have not observed in the preview system, or no, anything. It could be anything. If any customer approaches SAP saying that this is the issue what we are facing after so and so release, they will be applying patches in the weekend. Okay.
Okay.
Man, how do this when gets updated? Like we need to be doing it, or I mean, how
No,
generally a company does that?
we don't have to do any update. It would be done by SuccessFactors. At the data center level, the updates are not happening at the application level or a customer level. They don't go to each customer and update the application. No, it is done at the data center level. DC04, when they update DC04, DC4 preview, it updates all the customers who are using or who are in that data center. Okay, so here if you see all of these systems preview, so these are all preview systems. When the release happens, all of these systems would be updated. This is production, this is preview.
It is the same it is the same case they will follow it. Okay, when they update the patch, first in the preview and then in the production.
Yeah, yes, update.
Okay.
Also the patches also the same thing. Every time it would be in the preview first and then production. Yes, yes, Swaroop. They're similar to SAP patches. We call them OSS nodes, right? Similarly, we call them here patches. If you are registered with SAP, SAP would be sending all of this information, emails. Okay. So coming weekend, we have a patch, okay, with some minor changes or minor updates, something like that. Okay. Apart from these changes, universal automatic on, we will also have some notable fixed issues. See here, issues, notable fixed issues, 1H available now, or the known issues also. Okay, notable fixed issues are those issues which were identified by SAP or which are raised by a customer. Okay, give me a second. I've stopped sharing. Let me share it back. Okay, these are some of the fixed issues. Here I'll go select Employee Center. Okay, within Employee Central, fixes an issue with adding attachments to drafts of national IDs in the Manage Pending Hire tool. Okay, there are some issue with this tool, have fixed this issue. So with the release, they also fixes some of the issues. Either these issues were identified by customers or by SAP themselves. So as part of the product release, they also updates the fixes other than those new release functionalities. Okay, clear on release management? Can we move into next topic?
Question.
Okay. So the next topic is on certification. Okay. So the certification code for Employee Central is THR 81. Every module has got a different code, 81 THR, 81 THR, 83, 85 and so on. For Employee Central, it is THR 81. And the certification contains 80 multiple choice questions. 80 multiple choice questions. All of these 80 questions are multiple choice, where you need to go choose the right answer. And some of these questions may contain multiple answers. Let's say for A, B, C, D, E. You need to answer multiple answers. Wherever you have multiple answers, they will specify in the question itself saying that this question has got 2 correct answers or 3 correct answers. So you need to answer all of them correctly. Okay, you need to answer all of them correctly. Now, the certification can be taken up from your home itself. You don't have to go anywhere. All that you need is a webcam, a proper internet, and a headset. Okay, so why do we need webcam? Is a proctor would be watching you while you do your certification. Okay, once your examination or once your certification starts, a proctor will be watching you, should not be keeping any kind of material with you, or nobody should be sitting beside you. They will ask you to rotate the camera and show you, from where you are doing the certification. Okay, so all of this information would be available on training.sap.com as certification. Okay, So every one of us have to log into training.sap.com, okay, and select the country that you are in, okay, select the country that you are in, and sorry, this is Learning Hub. Let me go to training.sap.com. I've changed a little bit here. Okay, and this is different. Okay, here if you see, the country is selected as, you can choose your region. This is also changed. Now let me go to India. Okay, now I've selected my country as India. So if I'm scheduling the certification, then it will show me the time zones of India. 1 minute. They've changed a lot here. Okay, so this one is Employee Central. This is the course content. So this is actually taking to learning.sap. Actually, all of this information should be available in training.sap.com itself. Maybe in the recent times they must have changed it. Let me just see. Okay, so if you see here, become certified, you have options of buy 1 exam attempt subscription or buy 6 attempt subscription. There are 2 types of subscriptions. One is 1 attempt and second is 6 attempts. Okay, now here this costs you somewhere around 19 or 20,000 plus taxes, and this costs you 45,000 plus taxes. The difference is here you will be getting only 1 attempt. If you are failed in the first attempt, then you need to purchase another attempt. Whereas the 6 attempts, this is the page what I was looking for. Okay, so it says 18,105. Okay, with this subscription you get only 1 attempt. If you have passed, that's fine. If you have failed, again you need to buy the subscription. Whereas the 6 attempts, you'll have option. If you have failed in the first attempt, you can use second attempt. Failed in second attempt, you can use third attempt. Or if you have passed in the first attempt, you can use the other attempts to certify, getting certified in other modules. So you can do any number of certifications up to 6. This cost you somewhere 45,263 excluding taxes. Because I have selected my country as India, it is showing me the cost in INR. Okay.
Okay, when we take this one, okay, like 45,000, okay, if you pass the SF, this is a success factor in one attempt, so it will deduct 18,000. It will deduct 18,000 from that, or
no, it is not. Now for the 6 attempts, this is the cost for 6 attempts. Now whether you do your certification in 1 attempt, 2 attempts, or 6 attempts, okay, it is not. No, they don't deduct the amount after
no, assume
subscription.
that we have passed in first attempt. Now there are
So
5
you still have
available.
5 attempts left. Yeah. So if you want to do
I can,
RCM recruiting or performance or compensation or learning module certification, you can do that.
it is applicable only for the success factor, not for the other SAP products.
No, other SAP products also here.
Okay, it is
This
also
is
applicable.
all the SAP products.
Okay, okay.
You know, how long is the
There is a
subscription
page where
validity?
I'll tell you. There is a page actually which shows up all of the modules that are now available. That is not showing up. Yeah, I think here. So list of certifications, all of this. Okay, now if I go to THR 81, you see here THR 81 underscore 2405. 2405 means THR 81 is the code for Employee Central and 2405 is the version of the release, with the recent release. Every 6 months, SuccessFactors would be updating the certification as well. So that means this version contains some questions from the new release. Okay, next after 2411, from December, you will see this version as 2411. Now they may include some questions here. So if I go to details, okay, if you see here, examination contains 80 questions, cutoff score is 69%. That means 56 questions you need to answer correctly. Out of 80, you need to answer 56 questions correctly, and the duration is 3 hours, 180 minutes. Okay, scroll down, you will see the topics or the areas from which you will be getting the questions. Employee Central Core, you will be getting 41 to 50%, up to 40 questions. From position management, you have up to 11 to 20%. Transaction rules and approvals, this is 20, 40% or 30%. Okay, here you can see both the versions. CER 001, CER 006. We call them 006 and 001.
So, when one thing about the questions, so are they are going to ask the question, they are scenario based or they are purely
Yes,
based on the
you'll find
application?
most of the questions out of 80 questions, 50 to 60 questions would be straight away theoretical questions. And your 20 to 25 questions or 30 questions would be scenario based questions. If you are given a this scenario, what would be your approach? So which screen you will navigate to do this? If you have to update employee data, where do you update? They'll give you 4 options or 5 options. You need to choose. If it is only one answer, you need to choose only one correct answer. Wherever you have one single answer, you'll see the radio button. Radio button is those round buttons. You can only choose one answer. And wherever you have multiple answers, you'll find the check boxes. You can check or uncheck the boxes. Okay, I'll show you that. If I go here, some sample questions are available here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Venu, one
So
thing. If you have failed in one attempt, can't we appeal to SAP, like saying like something happened and technical error or something like that?
If technical error happens in between, you'll get your attempt. Your attempt will not be wasted. Say for
Okay.
some reason, power went off, or some reason, something happened, and then you screen got stuck up, or something happened to your laptop. So that attempt will not be wasted. If you have submitted, then you're failed, then they won't consider.
Okay, yeah.
So with this certification, the assessment, so the 80 questions you said, like it is going to be questions and answers like theatrical. We'll write it, and the rest of up to 30 questions, is it like going to be like option based, like choose the
What are
options kind of thing?
MCQs? What did I
Mm,
say? 80 multiple choice questions,
multiple
right?
choice
You don't
questions.
have to write anything. You don't have option of writing there. Either it
Okay.
is radio button or check boxes. If it is one answer,
So all
you
of those
go
questions.
just, yeah, put the dot in the radio button. If it is check boxes, multiple answers, you go check and uncheck.
Is there any negative marks
No
or
negative marks.
no
No negative
negatives?
marks.
What is the
See
duration?
here, 3 hours, 180 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. So time remaining, if you see here, there are some sample questions here. Okay, it says 20 minutes actually. Employee Central THR 81, some sample questions. 1 of 5. This is the first question. Which person object support country specific fields? Here there are 2 correct answers. These are the check boxes. You need to answer 2 correctly. Okay. Say next. Now here you have only one answer. So radio button. You have one answer, radio button. Here also radio button. And then here 2 correct answers. Okay. 2 correct answers you need to say submit. I'm done with the 5 of 5 questions. Okay. In real time also you'll get the same questions. 1 to 60. 1 to 60 will be your theoretical part. And then once you submit, for the next 20 questions, these are scenario based. Like you're given, how will you create the cross entity rule for the car allowance? So they have given some screenshots. Which one is the right answer? Okay. I'm just randomly selecting some answers. I'll select here multiple 2. Okay. And then say submit. Immediately after submitting, you'll get your score. It says 8 out of 10, which is 80%. If it is 80%, you are passed. Anything above 69%, you are passed. Anything below 69%, you are failed. You'll get your score immediately. You'll get to know whether you are passed or failed. Now, in actually the actual test, you will also see the questions in how many areas, like employee central core, how much you scored, or position management, how many you scored. Individual percentages will also be shown up. Okay, so what is the overall score and what is the individual module score?
Venu, in the last session, you said about keeping the certification active. What is it? Is there any difference between certification active and the certification validation?
Now, once you do your certification, so let's say I've done my certification in 1H 2024. Okay, I've done my certification in 1H 2024. So SAP recommends you to be up to date with the new functionalities. That means whatever release features that comes in 2H 2024, you should be up to date with them. Okay. So to check whether you are up to date or not, SuccessFactors gives, you need to take up a test. Okay, a small test on the release features, the existing release features.
It will be free of cost?
No, it is not free of cost. So you need to
And then
have, you need to have the learning hub for that. There's a portal called Learning Hub. Usually, this is given by your implementation partner. Getting certified is your responsibility, and keeping the certification active is your partner's responsibility. But if you don't have your certification active, you'll not be able to do the projects, or you'll not be able to implement for customers, right? So earlier, till the last release, so every release we were doing this stay currents or deltas. These are called, the one what we are doing here in Learning Hub is called a stay current or delta. To keep your certification active, after every release, you need to log into Learning Hub and do the stay currents. Now, stay currents may contain 5 questions, 6 questions, or max of 10 questions, and you need to answer all of them correctly. You can take it up any number of times. You can also, but only thing is you need to answer all of them correctly. They'll give you a handout with all of the topics, and they will ask you the questions from those topics only. Okay, so now with this release, they have changed the process. Now your certification is valid for 1 year. You have done your certification in 1H 2024. If you have missed 2H 2024, it is valid till 1H 2025. But you need to clear your stay current here in 1H 2025. Okay, if you have missed 2H 2024, you need to do delta in 1H 2025. Your certification will be active. Now next 1H 2026. For next 1 year, your certification would be active. Okay.
So this happens for every release.
Every release.
For
Vajit
those
had a question.
attempts, what is the timeline?
There is no timeline. You can take it up any number of times, and you can use your own sweet time. Five questions. How many? How much time is required for you? Multiple choice.
No,
30
no,
minutes.
those 6 attempts, like if you are taking 6 attempts package,
No.
right?
Oh, you are talking about the validity of the subscription. It is valid for one year. If you have unused attempts at the end of the year, those will be lapsed.
That's okay.
Okay. Vajit had a question. Let me
Even
take
for
this. Out
one
of
attempt,
6
Venu,
attempts,
or 6 attempts.
one attempt, yeah, you can take one attempt also. CER 001, which costs you 18,000 INR. Okay, if you're confident enough to pass the certification in the first attempt, you can go with one attempt only.
Okay.
Yes, Vajid, you can use the second attempt or any of your attempts for other modules. Duration of attempts is 1 year based on your purchase date.
So when I have used an attempt and cleared it successfully, after that, if my location is changed to some other country, can I use those attempts?
Yes. While scheduling the examination, you just have to choose what is the time zone that you want to have. You go change the country, you switch the time zones. That is only used to schedule the certification in your time zone.
Okay.
So Venu, one thing, as you told that we have to on our webcam. So do certification contain photo also?
Certification doesn't contain any photos. Now they will, the proctor will look at your proof whether you are the one who is writing the certificate, doing the certification or not. You need to show the government ID proof, either Aadhaar card or PAN card or license, whether the same person is doing certification or not. Because many times it happens that somebody else will do the certification for you. Right? Just to check, they would be validating that.
Venu, Learning Hub subscription will be taken by the implementation partner. Okay, am I correct? Yeah.
Yes.
In that case, okay, if means we are at the mercy of the company to keep our certificate active.
Yes. Why are we keeping the certification active?
Yeah, for project implementation.
Project implementation. Okay. Who does the project implementation?
Implementation partner.
implementation partners. Okay, so that's why they give you the access to get updated or to keep your certification active so that they can place you in projects. Okay, so you are getting benefit that your certification is active. Partners are getting benefit that they are getting projects and now they are using their consultants to implement.
But will there any interference by the project manager, like to recommend for certain people and not to recommend for certain people?
No, that won't happen.
Yeah.
If you are no, if your project manager is happy, keeping you on bench, then they will. What will you
Then
do without certification? Your customer will ask you whether you have certification or not. Why don't you have certification? So your project manager will have to answer why your consultant doesn't have certification. Yeah, SF is a global certification. We don't have any local certifications, country-wide certifications. The certification is same across the globe, same questions, same setup, everything is same. Institutions are doing on behalf of students. Where is it, Swarup? You can recommend me some. Generally, institute now because these days people are doing people were doing all of these things earlier, but now SAP is tracking the IP address with which you have done your certification. Let's say you have somehow managed from one of the institute to get your certification cleared. Okay, if they are doing employee central certifications multiple times, once in a day or one in a day, two in a day, then they'll see if the IP address is same, then they'll cancel your certification. They won't cancel anything. No, it is not loss for your institution. It is loss for you. You will have to pay for the certification again. If you do multiple times, they may blacklist you.
Yeah, Venu, if
Hmm.
I do certification in my 2 attempts, like in the second attempt I cleared, then
Hmm.
I will be left with 4 attempts, right? I can use
Yes.
the 4. So
Yes.
if I'm not able to join with any implementation partner in 1 year, so am I able to use those 4 attempts for the
Yes.
Delta?
Yes. No, Delta, you cannot do Delta from Certification Hub. Certification Hub is different. We are doing it from training.sap.com. Whereas the stay current is done from Learning Hub. Okay, I'll give you those links also here. This is your training.sap.com where you do your certification. And then you have Learning Hub as well. Okay, this is called Learning Hub. Let me add the community.successfactors.com as well. Okay. Certification Hub is only used to do your certification.
So, Venu, can we do by our own, basically, can we join Learning Hub
Yes, you can
individually?
take subscription of Learning Hub, but it is expensive. There's no need of taking Learning Hub. Instead, let's say if you've now lost your, or if your certification is expired, better you do your certification. Learning Hub costs you somewhere 2.5 to 3 lakhs. Individual Learning Hubs. Now companies must be getting on a discounted price because they are the partners with SAP. Okay.
Okay.
Certification app costs you only 18,000 or 20,000 at the max for one attempt, right? You can do your certification again instead of doing or taking the Learning Hub. Learning Hub, there are many other uses of Learning Hub other than doing the deltas. You can go through any of the content, any modules content. Material is available in Learning Hub. Community.SuccessFactors or training.sap doesn't give you material of certification. Okay. Yeah, we'll stop it here for
Yeah.
today. I'll take any questions in tomorrow's session.
Okay,
Okay.
Venu.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Venu.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank
Venu.
you, Vinay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.